Hey guys, my name is Joceline. This is my sister Yareli, and we're gonna be talking about college life as a new student and how we can add some tips and tricks to make it smooth and easy for your freshman year. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Yareli. What's your year? What's your major? What's your college? How are you feeling so far?
So right now I'm a freshman in college, and my major is civil engineering. And so far it's been good, I guess. But the only thing is that I don't know my campus. Right now I'm attending to Texas State, and I don't know. I want to ask you some questions about how college is, because right now I've been doing it online. So my first question is, how are large classes?
Okay, so for my freshman year, I was a little scared because of the size of high school's classrooms compared to college classrooms. And so for high school, you basically have uh, around 20 people in your classroom, and it's pretty much the same people for every class that you have. But for college, you basically see a lot of different students, different people, and they're around like 100 students, so they're pretty large. You have an auditorium full of people, and you most likely want to sit towards the front so you can listen to the professor and everything that he or she has to say, but also so you can maintain yourself engaged and participate, because that's the only way that you can actually learn.
I heard some people, well, some teachers in my high school, that they have to say that you have to keep in touch with the teacher so they can get to know you. Do you have an opportunity to talk to the teachers outside the classroom?
Yeah, so basically every professor has what is called office hours. So in case that you don't have, sometimes schedules are tight and you as a student have to run to another classroom after your class, and professors as well have to go an appointment or any other thing that they have to do, arrangement. And so basically they have office hours, and what you can do is sign up for them, or you can just walk in, and they're pretty chill. Like most of them will be at a coffee shop or at their office, just waiting for students to pop up and say hi, introduce themselves, talk about anything basically. Or if you have any questions about the subject of the class, you can talk to them and they can explain things in further so you can understand and stay on top of your class.
Okay, and I also, if I want to change my major, it's easy to do it, or it's a lot of paperwork?
So basically you have to talk to your counselor. Like every student, depends on your major too, but every student has their own counselor, and basically you just have to make an appointment with them and then talk about any concerns, any questions that you have. And if you want to change your major, they will show you and explain how the process will look like. They will show you the requisites and anything that you need to know, any deadline, they will show you websites of what are applications that you need to fill out for your new major. But I've heard a lot of I haven't changed a major myself because I was undeclared. So I've been meeting with my counselor since freshman year, and she's been getting me information about these different majors that I can apply to. And basically I chose public relations, but I think that it's different for whenever you want to change majors, and especially if your major that you have right now is different from the other one that you're looking into. Because for some students, for let's say for me, I'm a communications major, but if I want to change to a business major, I will have to transfer to a different college, which is different because every college have their own requisites, their own deadlines, their own applications, and just have to talk to your counselor so they can show you how you have to do and how the process will look like.
What about the classes that you have taken, and what about if you don't need them for the other major? Will you lose the credits?
Oh, that also depends. Well, basically for most of the students, I will say that you have to complete your core classes, and most of them are pretty similar. Like you can have a history class and there will be different majors. There will be communications, business, natural science, anything, any major that there's available, they will be taking a history class. So I would recommend for the at least for the first 2 years to complete your and focus on your core classes, and then later, if you are 100% sure that you want your major, just go into your major classes.
Okay, sounds good. And another question that I have is, how can you study? Like a tip so I can do it.
Okay, so basically, for a person like me with a lot of distractions, especially in a Mexican household with 4 sisters running around, it's a little, as you know, it's a little hard to concentrate and get a alone time and some privacy with some silence. But basically, just take some time during the day that you know that you're gonna focus and concentrate for sure and get everything you have to do done, like all your homework, all your studying. Also take breaks with while you're studying, because it's not recommended to study for long periods of time because it's not gonna be effective. So just study for like 10 minutes and then take a little break, a 5-minute break maybe. Take a snack, just distract your mind from the subject, and then go back and ask yourself questions or pretend that you're teaching it to somebody else, because that also helps a lot.
Okay, and a question that everyone asks, how's the Wi-Fi in college?
Oh, so basically every campus has like their own Wi-Fi, and you're gonna have access to the password. Basically, sometimes you could just have to log in with your EID and your password, as if you were logging to, I don't know, Canvas, the website, I don't know, any portal. And you're gonna have Wi-Fi throughout the whole campus, like all the libraries, all the dorms, anything around the campus, you're gonna have Wi-Fi available for you.
So I already know that you're living at the house because you're basically living with me. But how was it to be like transferring to the college to home, and then was it easy to apply so you can stay at home?
So I didn't have to apply. Some colleges do require you to stay for at least your freshman year in college at the dorms, so you can get used to how college life is going to be like, and also because that eases up the process of you adjusting into college, because you don't have to commute every single day back and forth. Basically, they offer a lot of options, but if you're free to stay at home throughout the whole or any apartment around the campus, and you're not required to stay there for your freshman year, I do recommend you to stay at home if you can, because it saves you a tons of money and you don't have to get into any loans or debt, and your future self will thank you. And also, since there's like a lot of transportation available throughout the city, you can just take the city bus or any other bus that is available for you, and you don't even have to pay anything, because the ID and your college tuition will cover everything of that. So I do recommend to stay at home, especially for you since you're my sister, because it will save you from a lot of stress and anxiety. Because when you're a college student, you can get overwhelmed with anything, especially because it's a new experience. Everything's new, you don't know anything about it, and I just recommend you to stay at home if you can, so you can get the emotional support from your family.
Oh, and then what's a tip that you can give me for my first day of going back to campus?
So since you're basically it's gonna be your first day, because technically you haven't been there, or you haven't been feeling like a college student at all, I just recommend to take it easy. Don't take 8 a.m. classes, definitely not. No, don't do that. But just enjoy and just take it as if you were going to high school, just like a high school experience with a more challenging subjects or classes. And also keep in touch with your professors and make sure to have a friend or someone that you can rely on for every class that you have, because that will be helpful for whenever you can't come to class for one day and you just need to keep up with the notes. That friend can cuff you up with anything that you need to back you up.
Well, that's everything from my side, asking questions. Thank you so much. And I think that's it.
Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that these tips were helpful.